Hello and welcome to the Blytheweigh Morning Show on Core London TV. I'm Bonnie Hughes. Today our exciting guest is Panthera Resources. We are joined by Geoff Stanley, the Chief Executive Officer. They just published news today that they have received a grant of exploration license on one of their Mali projects and concluded their JV with a partner. Here to tell us more about Panthera and the most recent news release is Geoff Stanley. Geoff, how are you today?
I'm very well indeed, Bonnie. Thank you for having me on.
Oh, thank you. Great to have you. So please tell us what's been going on and some information on this news release and its significance for the company.
Well, thank you very much. Yes. Well, this morning we've been able to make a release regarding the acquisition of a new property in Mali. It's called Basala, and it is in joint venture with a group called Golden Spear, who we have other joint ventures with in the country. The property itself is located in southern Mali, southwest Mali actually, over near the border with Guinea. It's in the greenstone terrains of Mali that have been so prolific in terms of gold discovery recently. And yeah, located near some existing mines. It's a highly prospective property, and we've had some very early success in first field visits out there in terms of upgrading its prospectivity.
And so do you have plans to drill? Are you doing some geophysics and planning targets to drill that project soon?
Indeed, we will be drilling. We're hopefully be drilling quite soon. This is one of these projects where you essentially make a discovery in the files of the mines department. There's a lot of great historical exploration work being done on these areas that has never been followed up properly. So our partners are a group of entrepreneurs and geologists that are based out of Mali in West Africa, and they've been able to work up these properties and brought them to us as an exploration joint venture opportunity.
That's fantastic. And so do you have historical drilling on there already at the moment?
There is historical drilling, just very early stage stuff. There was quite a large soil survey done, very broadly spaced. But when we compiled that with existing knowledge of artisanal mining areas and the local geology, sort of superimposed it all and then gone back and truth checked it in the field, we find we've got what appears to be a zone of mineralisation that extends for approximately 8 kilometres north-south or east-northeast in the property. It is coincident with a major soil geochemical anomaly, artisanal workings, and then in the southern part of the anomaly, there has been some previous RAB drilling undertaken, and very broadly spaced, but on each of the there's 2.5 lines of RAB drilling done on each of those where they superimposed on the soil geochemical anomaly. We've got quite nice intersections of gold mineralisation actually in bedrock. So it looks very exciting. There's a very large anomaly to test. We will be doing more closely spaced soil geochemistry to better define the anomalies with a view to really better targeting and better vectors for targeting exploration drill holes later on in the year.
And so you have basically enough to begin your program now in cash to start things on the project.
Yeah, we've got quite a nice balance sheet at the moment. We've got the best part of $2 million in the bank at the moment. Plus our other project in Rajasthan, we're expecting some permitting news on that. And when the prospecting license application is granted in Rajasthan and we're able to drill there, and that's a very exciting project where we've got a target of over 6 million ounces. We'll be looking to drill up. We have a further cash injection anticipated at that. Well, it's contractually obligated with one of our major shareholders. So we get a very nice cash injection at that time as well. So we've got a decent balance sheet now. We're expecting more cash coming in the door shortly. So we're in pretty good shape. We've got a good balance sheet. We've got a great team of people. We've got an exciting new project and 2 others in West Africa to explore actively over the coming months as well.
And so your project in Rajasthan, that is kind of your first flagship property project out of the projects that you currently have.
Well, West Africa are very exciting projects, and their earlier stage, we anticipate drill testing some of those, certainly this later on this half. But Rajasthan is a very, very major project indeed. We have been in a prospecting license application stage there after drilling up 1.74 million ounces in our reconnaissance phase of exploration. The reconnaissance permit was granted some years ago, and subsequently we've been going through the bureaucratic process in India to get a prospecting license granted there. So that's all coming to a head now. That looks quite exciting, and once that prospecting license is granted, we will move aggressively to be drilling up the deposit in India as well.
And what's the average grade so far that you have on the drill prospects?
Well, the project in India, the Geological Survey of India itself has been out and done quite a bit of work on the area, and they've actually announced a resource. It's not compliant with JORC or 43101 or anything like that, but they announced a resource of 106 million tonnes at 2 grams for about 6.7 million ounces. That for us is an exploration target, but a pretty well-defined exploration target. So that's 2 grams, looks very good. The exploration hits in West Africa from previous drilling range anywhere from about half a gram through to 5, 6, 7 grams in places. So it's it's nice mineralization.
Yes, it is very, and a nice grade as well. And also, West Africa, of course, is a good jurisdiction for mining, as there's lots of mining companies that are currently doing work there. Is that part of the reason why you've chose projects in West Africa?
Well, there's the 2 principal reasons for West Africa. Firstly, it's a very mining-friendly jurisdiction. Secondly, it's highly prospective. We have great experience in the area. Many of our principals have operated in West Africa for decades. We have, obviously, as you can see from the joint venture we announced this morning, we've got a great network of contacts there. So we're able to access good projects in a highly prospective region where development is supported by proactive governments.
And so I guess going forward, you have some very interesting news flow, basically waiting on your permitting for the Rajasthan project and some more information on your West African projects. Is that right?
Indeed, I expect news flow to be quite good over the coming months with the permitting process coming to a head in India. We're expecting some good news there. We have drilling that'll be commencing over the latter part of this quarter in West Africa. And additionally, just working up these targets in West Africa, we anticipate we'll have news flow over the coming 3 to 4 months. That'll be quite exciting.
That is very exciting. Well, Geoff, thank you very much for joining us on the Blytheweigh Mining Show. And we look forward to keeping track of your news flow, and looking forward to having a chat with you again the next time you have some major news. Hopefully it's your permitting in Rajasthan. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on the Blytheweigh Mining Show. Have a very profitable day.